They done messed up now. Should have never gave these boys a podcast. Whoa. This is Off the Rim. With your boy, Coach Skinny, Coach Drees, and Coach Drake. I'm up. There go the men again. What up, SimWorld? Sit back, relax. Let us take you through the mind of a coach. We back at it. Episode number 7. That's crazy. Episode number 7. Who would have thought? It seemed like just yesterday we decided to make a podcast, and we already on number 7. What up, Drayton?
Not much. Kicking it. Just finished watching my team scrimmage.
What up, Drees?
Same here. Welcome back to myself. Sorry for missing y'all last week. Had some things going on. I missed y'all. But the same thing, watching my scrimmage. Excited to see some SimWorld Hoops again, man. How y'all doing?
Yeah, in case y'all didn't know, which I'm sure y'all know, because it's like a holiday, official practices started today. So, yeah, I was checking out my stuff and running over some details with the boys. And we got some work to do, but I think we look pretty good, especially being the first practice we all together.
This may be a slightly scarier team than last year. I know even though we lost Fareed Redmond, I think I added pieces that complement how I want to play slightly better. I think several of my kids made that jump in the offseason.
So the guys I got in played to what I expected. Good play all around from 1 through 10. That's all I could ask for. Everybody competed. Like Kenny said, it's work to be done. With every good play, there is a play that was missed. So we're going to tighten things up and get everything ready before the season starts.
So I ain't going to hold it back no more. Let's go ahead and get into that fast break. And y'all know how we like to do it. We like to start off with the flowers. And for me this week, I'm probably, speaking of practices starting, I think I want to give my flowers to just all the coaches and all the players. That's what I'm going to give my flowers to. What about you, Drayton?
I got to give my flowers to SimWorld Prep for giving us that new uniform. I really appreciate them even hooking us up with a uniform. They ain't have to do that. Shout out to the SimWorld staff for that. What you got for us, Drees?
I want to give a shout out to the maestro. He filled in for me last week and put on a hell of a show. Dennis Rodman's story was hilarious. His analysis of the game is always top notch. I love his podcast. Always a good listen when I'm in the car heading to the office.
All right, then. So we got just all the coaches and players in SimWorld. We got the SimWorld staff, and we got Maestro. Y'all come get y'all flowers, man. All right, man. We gave out the flowers. So let's get into the shocking moments. For me, I was actually really shocked that Bryce James came back. And came back with given everything that happened to his brother. I thought, he was done for, but what you got, Drayton?
Shocking moment for me was people feeling like Nas Hall is in top 5. The body of work is there. The talent is there. The work ethic is there. Please tell me what about him is not top 5. I would argue top 3. What you got for us, Drees?
I got the fight the weekend. Francis what's his name? Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury. This is why I don't take boxing seriously. Like he beat that man. I know everybody, they want the big money fight, and Tyson Fury supposed to have a big fight coming up against somebody else. But to take the victory away from that man, I wasn't feeling it. And I don't feel boxing. I really don't feel the legitimacy of the sport anymore.
All right, so we got Bryce James. We got the disrespect on Nas Hall. And we got the Tyson Fury fight.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's get into the bad takes. For me, Uh, for me, it's just a terrible, terrible take. Like when going into a new season to put anybody but that season's champ as number one is absolutely ridiculous to me. I think that's just a horrible take. Until the season start, the preseason they have to be number one. They are the champ. I don't understand this logic. What you got, Drayton?
I got them saying, will Levin Cutler take a step back with the additions of DeMarco Graham and Tyree Moore? First off, everybody knows that I play team basketball. I feed into no egos. It's just not the way that I coach. There's no such thing as taking a step back to me because I'm feeding the matchup. If you see that he's not getting as many touches, I felt like he didn't have the matchup that game. What you got for me, Drees?
I got this lives under the Golden State Bridge character guy. Every time I look, every time he posts something, it just make my skin crawl. But this time, it was about questioning is Renzo a good player? It's like it's really to the point where it's sickening that the only thing that's glorified is points, how many highlights he did, or things like that. He's a hell of a player. He's a great defensive player, a good leader, a good passer, damn good finisher. It sounds like a good player to me. A horrible take, and I wish somebody shut his IP down.
Sheesh. Drees chose violence.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
All right. All right, let's get into the confusing takes of the week. For me, it was a hard in the paint post for even considering that Kentucky Wildcats is a favorite to win it all. Them fools are favorite to be underachievers again. What you got, Drayton?
I got the heart in the paint post. It was like, can you respect the coach that acts just like the kids? And to me, you supposed to respect the man off his craft. And what do they mean, acts like the kids? Because they tried to bring up wearing 90s streetwear like there's something wrong with that. What you got for me, Drees?
The bromances across this league is sickening. Understood, we have friends and relationships and stuff like that. But as a competitor, everybody talk about the Mamba mentality and putting all that work in. Kobe ain't do none of that. Kobe wasn't hugging and all that. You see what he did to Paul? You see what he did to Paul Gasol in the Olympics? That was like his brother. Like, is war out here? Unless you got on, at that time USA when he was in the league, Lakers jersey. We need the mentalities like the Kobe's, the Iversons, the KGs. That's what I grew up on. That's what I miss. This stuff that's going on is crazy. Good luck to y'all this season.
So we got hard in the paint thinking Kentucky's a favorite of anything. We got a lot of bromance around here. Y'all need to calm down, get off the banana boat, and let's play some basketball. All right. Then we got hard in the paint again, talking about 90s streetwear and acting like kids. First of all, 90s streetwear isn't acting like kids. And ain't nothing wrong with 90s streetwear. Like, what are y'all talking about?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Y'all know we like to do at the end. We like to get a little bit of laughter in there. And for me, and I'm willing to bet that my other two co-hosts got the same one. SimWorld memes on Nas Hall looking out the window at the top 5 players. What you got, Drayton?
Yeah, I got the same one. And they wrong for that. What you got for me, Drees?
It was funny seeing him look, out the window at, the two other guys, playing, running around in the sand and all that stuff, having a grand old time together. But December 1st, Nas can tell you that he's playing on a team in the system that's going to allow him to stay there. I don't think everybody else can make that same statement.
All right, so we got SimWorld memes come out of hiding and they back at it again. Hey, at least they not messing with Blaster this time.
No, 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 no.
All right. Y'all get off y'all hands now. Take your seatbelt off. Let's get into the real meat and potatoes of the show. So what we're going to do is over and unders for the Neo division. We're going to go off their last season's record, and we're just going to do over and under. We ain't going to get into details. We're going to say over and under. We're going to say why, and we're going to leave it alone. And y'all can chop it up in the post. So I'm going to start off with Bay. They went 19-12 last season. I'm going to say over, and only because I think Neo division is kind of weak at the top. What you got, Drayton?
Under. No disrespect to the boys at Bay Area. 19 wins is hard to come by in any division. And I think it's going to be a dogfight. A lot of the teams are close in talent. And when I say under, I'm not talking about like 4 or 5 game under. I just don't. I'm looking at the schedule. I just don't count 19 wins. What you got, Drees?
Yeah, I feel the same way. Under, like, it's not gonna be nothing crazy. Not crazy like they're going to win, 10 games or anything like that. I just don't see them getting back to 19 games. I still think they're gonna be a high seed and of course a threat in the race to one, but I don't see 19.
All right, let's move on. Best Coast Ballers went 20-11 last season. I don't even have to waste much time on this. I'm gonna say under, because I think they're a little young. They got to figure it out. I think the following season they may go over whatever they go under this year. What you got, Drayton?
That's under, baby. It's real under, like under the sea, like Little Mermaid. What you got?
I ain't gonna Little Mermaid them, but I think it's gonna be under. Like 20 wins in SimWorld is a lot. Like, it's only 31 games. Them with basically a brand new team, 4 games under that win 16 games. That should be counted as a win.
All right, BTA. They won 18 games last season. I'm gonna have to go under again. It's not by a crazy amount. I just think they got a lot to figure out with not having Tyson now. So that may take some time, and by that time they would have. I feel like they would have lost too many games to beat that 18. What you got, Drayton?
I'm gonna say they dead even at 18. I'm looking at the schedule. I think they can sneak in some wins, and if Noah Jovic can really get going, they can potentially upset a lot of teams. What you got, Drees?
I feel the same way, but I say under. I think they probably went between 16, 17 games, something like that. If they can figure out their defense, that'll be the key. Them being able to make a few stops along with being able to score in bunches, that'll propel them higher than the 18 games that they won. But for face value, I think they're gonna win between 16, 17 games. So I'm gonna take the under.
All right, we got Cascadia next. Cascadia won 14 games last season. Give me the over. You can give me the over by a few. Even though they are without Arthur Lattimore, I think they have a more balanced team. It's not going to be so one-sided player-wise. What you got, Drayton?
I got the over. And to me, it really comes down to how they use the talent that they acquired, because they acquired a lot of talent. In the inverse, just because you're acquiring talent doesn't mean that it's going to be used properly, and that's what'll dictate their season. What you got, Drees?
Same thing as y'all got. It's pretty, clear cut that they're going to be over 13 games. 14 games they won last year. 14. Yeah, I'm going to take the over on that. Like you said, Drayton, they acquired a lot of talent. Pope is a good coach. Isaiah is a good coach. So I have confidence that he's going to put them in a good spot to, succeed as a team this year.
All right, so we got who we got next? We got Heartland next. They won 10 games. I got them over. They should have been over last season. I don't think they super improved team wise. They do have a better score than they had last season. I think they go over quite a bit. What you got, Drayton?
I'm gonna take the over too. I think Benari will win them a couple games. I think Jaquan can be dangerous in bunches. The Hilario brothers might give you some spurts. I'm gonna take the over, but I think I'm gonna cap it at 14 or 15 wins. I still don't think they go 500. What you got, Drees?
I'm gonna take the over. Um, Looking at the team, it's one of them things. It depends on how Coach Lovelace want to run his unit. Depends on how good they want to go. They have some pretty good defenders. They have a few good defenders, individual defenders, post defenders, perimeter defenders, stuff like that. So if they wanted to lean more on defense, they can do that. Of course, with Benari, he's going to want to push pace, get quick buckets in transition, things of that nature. Um, so that's the thing. Jaquan Johnson probably going to want post touches and stuff like that. So that's going to be one of them things that they're going to have to work out. How do they want to run their team, depending on how good they're going to be this season. I don't have a number, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be over 10. So I'll just leave it at that.
All right, so we got the reigning trades next. They won 17 games last season. As Drayton has said, and Drees has said, these amount of wins are pretty difficult. But with that being said, give me the over. If I take Bay over, I'm definitely taking trades over for the same reason I gave Bay over. I don't think this region's that strong. What you got, Drayton?
Give me the over. I think they win this division. I don't see anybody really being able to stop Japheth Towns. Then they added a super sleeper. Nobody was really talking about him. Brandon Crawford, 15, 16, 6'10", can really give post work. Big fan of his game. And then to make light work lighter, they added Ethan Alexander, another sleeper pick. I'm definitely taking the over. They probably win this division. What you got, Drees?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the over too for the reasons stated. I was just about the same thing. When you got somebody like Jafet and you can add a real big post body. Brandon Crawford is definitely a monster on the block. Don't know how he got out of where he's at, Cali, right? I don't know how he got out of there, but Ethan Alexander, he was talked about midway through the summer. He was a hot commodity. Thought he would pretty early, but he stuck around for a while and they wound up signing him. It's another good one. I'm not gonna say nothing crazy like they're going 22 games or anything, but probably like around 19 games or something like that. Definitely can see that.
All right, so we're gonna keep it moving. We got Rocky Mountain next. They won 23 games. They won 23 games. Sheesh.
Omega level under. I gotta cut you off. I can't
Oh
even
yeah.
under.
It's under. Oh, it's under.
Under,
And
under.
it has nothing. Rocky Mountain. It has nothing to do with how good you are, because you're gonna be a good team again. But that 23, and you did it on 2 coaches. That's gonna be tough to replicate. Give me the under.
Yeah, I gotta go under. It's nothing against the coaching staff, nothing against the talent. I don't see anybody at 23 wins this season because I think the talent has evened out. I think last year a couple teams definitely benefited from teams not being up to snuff and things like that. I don't think that's the case this year. Under. What you got, Dries?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under for the same reason. I think they're still gonna be good. I don't know how good. I like Dink Pate. I like him. I like the signing. Justin Bell, of course, is good. Lucas Banks is great. Um, that's a big number. That is a big number to bring back.
That's a
You know,
massive number.
that's a crazy number. Like, just if I had to put money on it, I couldn't do it. Nothing personal. Like, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would have to take the under. Or the house was going, the Benz was going. Yeah, I gotta go under. I gotta go
Hey,
under.
think about this. If they was to do 23 again, that means in 2 seasons they'll be 46 and 16.
No, if he win 23 games with this squad, give him coach of the year. No doubt about it.
All right, so let's move on. Showtime won 19 games. I just, I just, I just don't see it. Um, so you got Cole Webb, and I like Cole Webb. I think he's a heck of a talent. But he's not Bronny, and he's gonna have to play the Bronny game, and he's not gonna do it. He's not even gonna come close to it. And then you lose Corey Yams, your anchor on defense. Um, I just don't, I just don't see it. I'm going under, and honestly, they may just be at the end of the season. They may be 500 period, like 500 across the board. 15. What? Well, you can't even get fit. You can't even get 500. So I give them. I know we wasn't trying to play the number game, but I give them like 16 and 15. What you got, Drayton?
I'm gonna go under. I think this team has a lot of growing pains. That it's arguably a completely different roster than it was last year, and that adjustment can be hard. Bronny did a lot for them in a lot of crucial moments that nobody really talks about. He was a great defender. He could get a three anytime they needed it. And I just don't see that on this same roster. What you got, Drees?
I'm gonna take the under. Um, for all the talk, everything that Bronny did, like you said, offensively he was great. Defensively, he was, one of the best at the guard position too. Losing Corey Yams for whatever it is, like that was the heart and soul of the team. Like when Bronny was scoring, Corey was locking down passing lanes and deflected passes and stuff like that to get Bronny out in transition to get these easy buckets. I think they're sorely going to miss that. I don't see a stopper. I don't see a stopper on his roster down there. And I don't see the perimeter defense to contain such. They had Bronny and a couple other guys last year that was a little more defensively inclined. I think they're going to be under. I just think he's not. He's going to be a more of an attacker than a jump shooter.
Yeah, I feel you. But y'all get down in that comment section and let's talk about it, man. What do y'all think, man? Do we got some bad takes here? We got some good takes. What y'all feeling? Let me hear y'all over and unders, man. Get down in there. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I don't want to hear no crying, though. It's nobody's hating over here. We just call it how we feel. So make it be known how you feel, though. Let's get it.
And this is SimWorld, where the only place where you can see the game and be the game.